Hi everyone, Caitlin with IMG here, and today we're going to be going into our prospects tab and discussing our master prospect list, mailable versus unmailable prospects, and a few other fun things you can find. So let's get into it. We're going to come right over here to our prospects tab, and this is where you'll access records for prospects in your account. One thing to note, if you're not seeing all of your prospects, definitely make sure you check your filters. So we're going to come up here, we're going to get rid of Gil in our filter. That's going to show our 8-item go to way higher, which is fantastic. But this still isn't enough. We have way more prospects in here. So we're going to come over to View, and right now we're on Mailable Prospects. We're going to go to All Prospects, and that's going to give us what we want to see, all of our prospects. Okay, and if we come over to View and stay in this drop-down, you can sort by active prospects and a few other things like mailable, unmailable, unsubscribed, my starred prospects, and you might be thinking, I don't even know what these mean. We'll get into it. We click on active prospects. To become an active prospect, that means the prospect has at least one activity on its record. And you could also see that they all have this little green icon person, active prospect, which we love to see. Staying in this drop down, we'll go and talk about mailable versus unmailable. So unmailable prospects are exactly that. They have opted out of communication. They have been hard bounced or had too many soft bounce when emailed through Pardot. They are labeled as do not mail. Whereas mailable prospects, you can mail them. They're not unsubscribed. They have not opted out. Their email has not been hard bounced, and they're good to go. If you come in here, we're going to click on Sean, and this is going to show you an overview of Sean's prospect record. You know, you can view their activities, any insight, custom fields, all that fun stuff. We're going to come right up here, and right next to Sean's name, you can see a few icons. Earlier, we discussed starred prospects in the View Finder dropdown. This is where you would do that. If you would star Sean's name, he is now a starred prospect. It's just one way where you can segment your list. If you click on this cloud here, it's going to take you to the CRM Salesforce, where you can find him in your Salesforce. And if you remember from connectors, this LinkedIn, if you click on that, it's going to show us a search tag in LinkedIn for Sean's name and company. You could do as well. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is talk about things you can find right up here. So we're just going to go through them. If we click on lists, we'll see all the lists Sean's a member of. We could also add him to a list or even remove him from a list. And then if we keep going down, we'll also be able to find his dynamic list. Okay, going over to profile. Profiles are used to grade your prospect based on criteria you have selected. And in this tab, you can view how that prospect matches your criteria. Related allows you to view other prospects with the same email domain, which is really good for when you want to see the prospect from the same company. So there's 4 from the same company, which is fantastic. And again, you can view them based on any filters you want to put on. If we go over to activity, activities are any interactions a prospect has had. A description of the activity will be found as well. The type, the campaign, the score, time and date. Again, you can filter them based on type. And you can see here that there is a bunch of different pages. So if you're looking for a certain activity, make sure you have all the pages. And if we keep going, we'll see the audit option. So audits display a table of all actions and information which changes in regard to the prospect record. So for example, if a prospect was assigned to a user manually by another user, you'll be able to view who made that change here. Then we'll move on to life cycle, where you can view the dates and the prospects entered and exited each lifestyle stage. So here we can see Sean's movements. And last, we're going to view opportunity. And opportunities allow you to determine the revenue or even pending revenue from sales of a product. It's a really good way to see how your sales team and your marketing team are working together. And that is a breakdown of the Prospects tab. Thanks.